There are a number of examples of project failures. I'm just going to run through a few of them. So you guys will have heard of Eurotunnel. And at inception, the construction and equipment costs were estimated to be about £4.2 billion sterling. That ended up ballooning to over £9 billion sterling on completion. The project construction was finished more than 1 year later than the forecast completion date. Another example is Euro Disney. That was expected to cost $5 billion. Now, the commercial viability and the funding model were compromised by incorrect assumptions in terms of the patronage and how much each visitor would spend at every visit. The project had to be recapitalized, and there were major capital injections from the sponsors and even from the banking consortium. Jumping ahead, if we had to go to India, there was a project called Double, and it was worth about $2.9 billion project, and it was executed via a project company called the Double Power Company. Now, there was a failure to manage the commercial and the political risk in India related to that project. There were questions regards to its economic viability. Ultimately, the project collapsed. In Tanzania, there was a failure in terms of project finance, in terms of the privatization of the water services through Tanzania Water. In Zimbabwe, you had a failure of the Chisumbanje ethanol plant. In South Africa, you had the failure of the Pebble Bed modular reactor. And for a detailed look at Chisumbanje and the Pebble Bed modular reactor, take a look at the case studies we've done on each of these on Mr. Mac. These are just some examples of project finance failures across the scope of the world.